Today we have none other than the legend himself, Mr. Keith Silverstein. Thank you so very much for joining us.
I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Some of you may know him as the voice of Kirby O'Neil in 2012 iteration of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but for all you Miraculous out there, he is also the voice of Moth, and that's what this episode is going to be themed.
Ooh.
And so the first question is,
yeah.
To start off, what's it like working with Ezra Weiss and Miraculous Ladybug?
You know, a lot of people don't want to say this about him, but he's a total jerk. No, he is. He's a total jerk. He's a constant. He's a perfectionist. No, he's not at all. Ezra, you know I'm messing with you, Ezra, of course. And he knows.
Sorry, sir.
He knows I'm joking. Ezra, let me tell you the honest truth about Ezra. First off, he's the most fun director to work with. Like we have so much in common, and once we start rapping a little bit, it's amazing the references and the jokes and the things we come up with. If you ever get a chance to see any of his, videos that he posts up on YouTube and stuff, I've done a couple, and we just bounce off each other, and that's very natural with him. He's also a great director. He knows exactly what to say to get me in the right zone, and he doesn't let me just skid by with doing something that's like subpar or okay, or he's always pushing me a little further, and I like that, because in the end what you want is a better performance, and we want to get pushed. So I have no legitimate complaints and only praise for Ezra. Got you though for a second, didn't I?
Awesome. And next one, how did you get the role of voicing Moth?
It was like a random ticket draw. It was actually auditioned a number of times. I think, if I remember correctly, the project kind of bounced around from studio to studio. They weren't sure what studio was going to do it, and so I think I had auditioned at maybe 2 different studios, meaning I'd already sent in 2 auditions for this, didn't hear anything, and then it showed up at another studio, which is finally Dubbing Brothers, and I read for it again, and that time I was really lucky, and they called me in, and they called a bunch of the cast in and let us know, and we had a nice fun table read together. So I actually got to meet a bunch of the cast before we got started.
Right.
We did a table read for everybody in France who's putting it together, and they approved and they liked what they heard. That was kind of the final, okay, let's do this. And the rest is history.
That's great.
Yeah.
And next one, aside from Moth, who's your favorite Miraculous character and why?
Actually, I mean, there's a lot of characters. I'm going to give the self-centered answer because I can, because I'm going to do that. I'm going to make that choice this time. I won't always make that choice. There's an episode, Princess Fragrance episode, and you love that episode? Yes. Is that a good one? That's a good choice. I choose a good one. So I like Prince Ali in that episode, and the reason I like Prince Ali is because I was recording my Moth stuff, and we finished early because he only had so many lines in whatever episode we were working on. And then Ezra said, hey, yeah, we have another character, this guy, Prince Ali. And I was like, hey, do you have him cast yet? And he said, no. I said, can I take a shot at him? And he was like, yeah, we got time. And he said, it's not that many lines, not a ton. It's going to take us like 20 minutes or something. So I was like, let's record them. And if they like it, you're golden. And if not, if they want to recast, they'll recast, whatever. And so I read for Prince Ali, and they ended up keeping it, which I didn't know. I didn't actually check with Ezra to make sure. So I didn't know until the episode aired, and I was watching with my daughter, who's a huge fan of the show. And I was like, I don't want to tell her that I'm Prince Ali, because what if I'm not? What if it's somebody else's voice? So I didn't say anything until it came on, and I was like, hey, who's that, honey? And of course she knows that means to say, oh, it must be Daddy. So yeah, so a lot of people don't know, but I also voice Prince Ali. So
that's great. I did not know that. That's amazing.
He is so much higher than everyone else.
Okay, and what's it like for you working with the cast and crew of Miraculous Ladybug?
I love the cast and crew. We don't really get to work together, so that's kind of a misnomer about this show. Like, we don't go in, except for our first table read, which was so much fun. We go in separately. So the only way I see another cast member, if I'm going to see, Mela or something, it's going to be because she's in the lobby and I'm leaving, or vice versa. And we give quick hugs and how are you, and it's good to see you and how have you been. But it's a fantastic cast. I'm in awe of all of their talent, and they're great. I got great peeps. I get along with everybody. So when we do an event, a signing, or a panel at a convention, it's always great to catch up with everyone. So
that's great. I love Mela. She's awesome.
Yes, she is.
And as Moth, what is your favorite line?
Well, probably the most common line. I have 2 answers for that, actually. The line that I remember is the one that he says all the time, which is, fly away, my little Akuma, and evilize them. You know, that is, like, for me, I always will remember that. That's kind of his catchphrase. But in the Origins episode, and I don't remember the line, but he has a line where we don't see him transform. We see kind of the end of the transformation sequence, and he has a line, and I don't remember because I've only got to say it once. But for me, it was very exciting to see that, because we didn't get the origin until we'd seen pretty much the entire first season. So to be like, oh my, because I'd forgotten I'd recorded it, so it was so fun to watch. Like, oh, I got like a transformation line. So I don't have that memorized yet, but if you watch that episode, you'll see it. That's my favorite line, whatever it was. I can't remember now, though. I'll have to learn it.
The fans probably.
The fans know. Somebody let me know on social media what that line exactly was, and then I will do my best to commit it to memory.
And what do you like or dislike about being a voice actor?
I guess if I were to say, I'll start with a negative. If I were to say dislikes hard, I really love my job.
It looks like fun.
It's a ton of fun. I think the only negative thing about it, and it's not so negative, it's just something you have to adjust to, is scheduling. So scheduling is you got to try your best to be available for whenever the opportunities arise.
Right.
And so a lot of times you don't know, even the day before, you might not know if you're going to be working or not working. So it could be Sunday night, and I'm like, oh, I guess I don't have any gigs on Monday. I could get a call and then, or 2 calls, and suddenly have 2 gigs on Monday. So maybe I was planning to take the day and go to the beach, or go to Disneyland, or do something, and then it's like, oh, hey, okay, we got to rearrange. Sorry, kids, this is what's happening. But that's part of it, and also there's travel. Travel's a good thing, but it's also, you know, it's hard to leave the family. So that's the negative, and it's not even really, you know, it all balances out. The positive, I mean, really, it doesn't so much matter what you wear or whether you've done your hair or not to show up. I love not having to memorize lines. I like the spontaneity of it. Usually you don't get the script ahead of time for most projects, so just to be there and kind of enjoy and create and discover the script with the director and possibly with the other actors is a lot of fun. And I love the fan base is amazing, especially for Miraculous, but for a number of different shows and games. But Miraculous are amazing. Thank you so much.
They really are. They're the best.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And are there any new projects that you're working on that you can talk about?
Yeah, there's lots of projects. Again, that's always the catch, is like, what can I say? So I'm thinking about that. I mean, I can say I'm returning in, there's a Sonic Forces game for any Sonic the Hedgehog fans out there, and they've already, at E3, showed enough gameplay so that Vector the Crocodile, who's my regular character there, does return. Nice. So we'll have a little Vector action. He sounds exactly like Hawkmoth, for those who don't know. Hey Sonic, it's me, Vector the Crocodile. He didn't sound anything like him, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's move on. So that's coming out. Oh, also, this is good for all the Zag Heroes fans. So I just heard, I kind of posted on social networks and stuff, that Zack Storm, which is a new Zag Heroes series, is going to be on, I think Netflix in October. I think it's October if I remember. I might have some dates mixed up, but later this year, so don't hold me to that date, just research it, type it in, and I may have a character on that show as well, so I'm excited to check that out. It hasn't been in the States yet, so.
Congrats, that's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, maybe congrats.
We'll see.
We'll have to wait and see, yeah.
And who's your favorite Kwami?
Nuru.
Ah.
Just because, again, I'm giving you that's mine, so I'm giving you that answer. I want to know more. You
would think that Hawkmoth would like Tiki or Plague.
Now why? Why would Hawkmoth be such a big fan of Tiki or Plague?
Because he likes the Miraculouses all the time.
Well, and as soon as they're mine, then I will like them. Yeah, listen, Tiki and Plague are fantastic, and they're so adorable, and they move the show along in such a great way. I know Nuru we haven't seen as much of, but you know, I figure everybody says Tiki or Plague, right, if they get a similar question. So I'm going to go with Nuru and give Nuru some love. That's what I'm going to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and
I like purple.
I'm going to regret this one, but
oh, really?
Can you...
Oh, what? Uh-oh. Can
you please do the Hawkmoth evil laugh?
Oh, why are you going to regret that? Does it freak you out or something? Is it creepy to you?
No.
You're gonna regret it? You think it's gonna be too loud?
No.
Yes, I can definitely do that. I think his is fairly deep. His is like a something like that? Yeah. Yeah. Just depends how hard he's laughing. He might just chuckle. You never know.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, that was
I don't think he's ever started cracking up uncontrollably. Maybe one day, in one episode, he'll start an evil laugh and then he just won't be able to stop laughing.
No.
Yeah. You know what is a funny visual for all the fans out there? So every time I'm recording, I know I'm gonna improv here and not do awful your question for a second. Every time he sends one of his Akumas off, and you see it slowly flutter towards the window, the multiple windows here, every time I'm recording that, I always imagine that he forgot to open the window. And so you have that dramatic scene. So he does that whole, ooh, poor so-and-so, I can't. He does this whole long thing, fly away, and it would just go, and they just cut back to him, and he'd just be like, I always imagine that. Because it always looks like it's just going to go smack. Like, is it open? You can never tell if the window's open. And I always think that would be great. I don't know if it would make sense in the plot, but that's my little joke to myself. And now I've shared it with everyone, so. You like that, huh? It would be good stuff.
I'm so sorry, that's great. Do you have any social media accounts where the fans can connect with you?
I do. On Facebook, it's Keith Silverstein Voice Artist. On Instagram, I just went by Keith Silverstein, just to throw everybody, for a curve there. And on Twitter, which I'm on probably the most, Twitter and Instagram I'm on the most, it's @SilverTalkie, and that's SILVER, of course, TALKIE, as in like walkie-talkie or something like that. Yeah. It took hours to come up with. What am I going to be? What about Roton 547? No, that's taken. So I finally settled on Silver Talkie. It works.
That's great. And lastly, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're at a con right now, so I'm very aware of all the support that I get and that the rest of the actors get, for whether it's for Miraculous or Overwatch or whatever the show or the game is. So let me just say, honestly, I love doing what I do, but it is so nice to know that other people are actually paying attention and care about what we're doing and appreciate it. So I'm never going to get sick of that. I'm never going to get over that and be like, oh yeah. No, it always is. It's always very touching and amazing to me to find out that people out there are paying attention and like what we do. So honestly, thank you for that. It really means the world to me. So everybody who's following me on Twitter and Instagram and what have you, thank you guys. It's become a big part of my life to be able to have the opportunity to interact with you. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you. We appreciate what you do. It means so much. And before we end, this is a little present for you. I think Moth might like it. You can go ahead and open it.
Let's see what this is. Oh,
it's kind of like
an
akumatized, like little Moth butterfly.
Oh my!
And huge shout out to Chibi Chains because they commissioned this and made this.
Are you kidding me?
I kid you not. Their business card is right there.
Chains.
You can check them out in the description below. Go follow them on
this is awesome.
Facebook. Visit their website and check them out. They're pretty cool.
Chibi Chains, thank you. Like, can you see this well enough? I hope you can see this. This is so cool.
They commissioned that. They're really cool.
Thank you, thank them. And let me tell you, this is not something that's going to just get thrown somewhere. This is going to go in my office where I keep lots of prized possessions, and this will have a very special spot.
Yay!
That's awesome. So you may see it sometime. I may post about this because this is really, thank you so much. Thank you. That's awesome. Can I get a hug?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aw, thank you.
Thank you so much.
See, I'm not so evil. I just need a little gift. And I melt.
Well, thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed this interview. There's a lot more cool stuff to come. So until next time, stay tuned. Bye, guys.
Bye.